Much better.
Good.
Overall observations, I thought they played better last night than we did. I thought we played better than them tonight, and both games reflected it in the score. I thought from the get-go, after the first 4 or 5 minutes, we kind of settled down, and our ability to move the puck out of our own zone and then make some plays in center ice without letting them shut us down in center ice was the key to the game. An awful lot of people played extremely well the whole weekend, but especially tonight. I thought Alex Privatera had his best weekend in the BU hockey uniform. He played great both nights. Obviously Daniel Regan had a good weekend and played well. I thought that Matt OConnor played fabulous. He looked like a top-notch goaltender tonight, very poised and very, very sure of himself. And we did a good job killing penalties, and we did a good job. They went 0 for 3, and they only got 2 shots, so they went 1 for 10 in power plays this weekend. That's a pretty good team to be able to do that too. And I thought that we had a couple of chances on our power plays, but in general, that was obviously a draw. The big turning point obviously was the breakaway stop, start the third period and go out and kill that penalty was big to get rid of, not to make it go 3-1. And generally, a really great effort from an awful lot of good players. Daniel Regan with 7 points in 5 games in his college career so far. That's pretty good. 6 games, I guess he's playing. He was pretty sharp. I thought it was nice to see Nato get on the board. I don't think he had as particularly good a game as we used until the end. He popped the goal. Wayne gets his first goal. All in all, just a real solid effort.
What do you think of the mental toughness of a guy like Matt OConnor, who lets up that goal, it kind of took a funny bounce and came off, and then just comes right back and then shuts him down for the most part?
Yeah, I thought he played really well. He was poised. That didn't rattle him. You're right. Took a funny bounce off and hit his skate. He put it in himself and just park that, as we say, get rid of it and move on to the next play, and he certainly did. I thought our core defensemen played well. They moved the puck well. I thought Benny Rosen played well. I thought he came back and gave us a real good night tonight. All in all, the big part was that we didn't get overwhelmed on their power plays. We didn't get overwhelmed. A couple of times, our fourth line against their first line had a tough time getting it out a couple of times. They were matching that quite a bit. But for the most part, we moved the puck out of our zone very well. Against this club, you've got to get it over your own blue line. And you got to play in their end, and we played in their end the second half of the game, especially. I thought we really played in their end.
It seems like Privatera is blocking more shots than we've seen in the past. Is that something that's been a conscious focus for him?
I think he's always done that. He has a certain way to block shots. Most guys block shots by dropping down on both knees or by stick extended and trying to get to people. He goes sideways and puts his knee down sideways, so he's got a little bit more area to expose to block with. And he's real great timing. He just have to have great timing to do that. But he blocked a lot of shots last year. I think he's just getting more ice time. He's much more confident, obviously.
What made Ati the odd man out tonight?
I think of all our defensemen, I don't think he played poorly, but I wanted to get Pat back in the lineup just because he sat out a couple of games, and I didn't want him sitting too long. We've got 7 defensemen that all can play, so it was kind of let's see who wasn't. I thought Ati had less game than the other 5 defensemen, so we'll sit him. He'll be back in the lineup next weekend.
Well, what do you think of those last 5-6 minutes there when the team really kind of turned it around? That nice pass by Regan to set up Nato goal, nice pass by Privatera to set up the Lane goal, and then of course Regan turned the puck over there on the layup to win that puck.
Yeah, I didn't even see the Regan goal. I saw the first one, the tie-in, the go-ahead goal. I thought both were great plays, but we had other chances earlier too. I don't know how many shots we got in the third period, but we only got 7 in the third period. It came late, I guess. I thought that, in general, we were much better on face-offs tonight than we were last night. We were overwhelmed on face-offs last night. We were 29-27 against tonight. So that was, when you're going 50%, that's pretty good. So all in all, I was pleased with the progression of the weekend, except for the third period last night. We played really well. Got ourselves roped over the penalties Friday night in the third period. Came back and right off the bat. still on our heels a little bit, and then we got out of it and we kept going and kept going and kept going. You got to give them a lot of credit for being down, can't get something by these guys. They're a good defensive team, an excellent defensive team, but we kept working. And the fact that we got the puck in their zone, the fact that we got the puck, controlled the puck more in their zone, had more opportunities. They blocked a lot of shots tonight too, so we got to give them credit.
You guys took penalties late in the first and late in the second today. Why were you able to sort of get past the penalties tonight when you weren't last night?
I think they called it a little tighter last night in some areas. I thought we created a couple of penalties that weren't there last night. But we still took two bad stick penalties that we could have avoided. Back in the zone stick penalties, not know what you want to do. Nieto made up for his when he gets the time.
What did you think of the unsportsmanlike dive and call on Noonan?
It was absolutely a dive. I can't stand that. I think that's trying to dupe the referee, and Noon's got crushed. I think that should have been two. I think I should have given him, if you look at it in the film, the guy cross-checked him right in the head, and then there was no call, so he tried to embellish it. But, so it should have been two for cross-checking, two for embellishment. But that has got to get out of our game, and it's never been in our game. We don't want it to be part of the BU argument. It has been in a couple of teams in our league do it. I know they teach it, and until somebody stops it, until the referee stops it, or somebody stops it, they'll continue to do it. We don't teach it. We don't like it. Nunes has never done that before, he just frustrated, bro.
Well, I mean, you ended up getting one win out of this weekend. How important was it to not get swept this weekend, especially pairwise?
Well, pairwise is a long way off. It was important for our psyche not to get there. It was important for us to grow. No matter what happened this weekend, I think I mentioned something. We knew we were going to be a better team coming out of this weekend than coming in. I think this gives us a big boost.
All right. Thanks.